that's part of the reason why I wrote the Whiskey Bible is that, obviously, like I enjoy the act of drinking cocktails and spirits very much, in
Mhm.
particular whiskey, but I find that that experience is enhanced when I know the stories behind the dram, right? I know, the history or some of the history or know about the people who make it and the place where it's made because every whiskey truly is a reflection of the people who've made it and also where it comes from, and it's almost like a liquid time capsule of a fixed moment in time. So, all of that, I think, when you know that, it only makes the experience of actually drinking what's in your glass more pleasurable.
I would 100% agree. One of the things that have always attracted me to a specific brand and or bottle has been the history behind it or what the
Yeah,
combination of its parts, like as you said. So hearing about the master distiller's journey or even just the distillery's journey,
yeah.
whether it sounds like a telenovela or not, it's always something because
But
you'll see some of those, especially back then, the kernels and rivalries of distillery.
absolutely. I mean, it's cutthroat, and
Yeah,
that's, and,
it's so
in
many back in the
some,
day were military too.
well, yeah, I mean, like over the centuries, the histories have become sanitized and romanticized, and
Mhm.
especially if you dig deep into the whiskey bible, like the each chapter for the major distilling areas, like the first half is sort of history, culture, information that you need to know, basics, and the second half are what I call family trees, where for each of the major companies, like, it shows like all of the different single malts or all the bourbons or that, Diageo or Pernod Ricardones, and sometimes the history of those companies. But I always thought, like, somebody will get a bottle of whiskey, they're been given it, or they see it on a menu or in a store, and then they go to the whiskey Bible and read that history. And some of those histories really are fascinating, very colorful, as you alluded to. The rivalries were no joke. They would very intense. An Isla, which is an island off the west coast of Scotland, which is obviously famous now for its very smoky, peaty whiskeys. There was an event where, one brand was buying the other brand's, production or handling the sales of it. And then when they stopped, they literally created a distillery, like a copycat distillery, to take out their rival, right? Which is crazy. All these crazy stories have totally left out, which are, and many cases, the truth is actually way more interesting
Yeah.
than the stories that we've been told, on advertisements in newspapers or on TV, or, and a lot of that was created by, the Don Drapers of the world sitting in conference rooms on Madison Avenue, dreaming up ad copy. But
Yeah, to your point, when you, if I know that we kind of, I guess, commercialize some of those stories to make sure
yeah,
that everyone feels comfortable with it, everyone enjoys it and glamorize it. It's like those
right.
those fish tales.